Hello, everyone. Hope you are all doing well. I'm just checking some audio levels real quick because it feels fun for some reason. But I guess it's fine. Yeah, right, sure. Anywho, let me crack open this monster. Regular cans like Diet Coke and root beer, that kind of thing, you can open them with one hand, no problem. But the tabs on monster cans are kind of weird. Like, they put plastic on top of metal instead of metal on top of metal. You know, the aluminium, as it were. But I figure that I might need the monster tonight. We'll see. I thought about not having it and just like having the root beer that's in front of me that I haven't opened for my dinner. But instead I went with the peachy one. So, but yeah, let's look at this nice judge real quick. So, apologies for being late. I'm like an hour and 10 minutes late. It's 8:41 rather than 7:30. But I do have a good reason for that, which is that I was working. So, I was making the money, making lots of money for the important people. So, all right, let's reveal. It is the weird hobo-looking dude. It's him again.
Oh no, he has to be the shaggiest witness I've ever laid eyes upon. Please state your name and occupation.
Sorry, my voice is not doing the right thing here. Oh, that's so-and-so, whatchamacallit. Anonymous TBD. Wow. That's what they've been calling me. Anonymous to be determined. Is that his code name because they couldn't think of a good name for him? Or
TBD? As in to be determined? Can't you just tell us your real name?
The witness has suffered a blow to the head, rendering him amnesiac. Therefore, I named him Anonymous TBD in my report. But he thinks TBD is part of his name.
Objection!
You're letting an amnesiac testify? Have no fear. I've already questioned him at length. While it is true he has utterly forgotten his name and past, his memory of what he witnessed is still very much intact.
Considering the dearth of information, any new knowledge may be of help.
Hi, Money. These names, man. These names.
Therefore, I will permit his testimony. Now, Mr. Ihmus, please tell us what you saw.
Also, sorry, my judge voice is off today. And that's probably because I just ate dinner like 20 minutes ago. And so my throat hasn't like cleared out entirely yet, I suppose, or something. I don't know how to phrase that right. But like, I need to drink some water. I also don't really remember what voice we gave Mr. Anonymous either. He's Shaggy, so probably something Shaggy-ish. But not Shaggy like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. I don't know if I could do that, honestly. Because that's like the Zoink Scoob voice, right? That night, I was up at the top of Mount Pony. And like, that doesn't really fit with the dude with the beard, right? Like, you don't... Like, he looks like Keith Green, but if Keith Green was Shaggy. Or like Austin Powers in a bad outfit. Like, bad disguise kind of thing.
That night, I was up at the top of Mount Pony.
No, that's the judge voice. What voice do I give this guy? He keeps wiggling his lip. So,
that night, I was up at the top of Mount Pony. The mountain next to the inner sanctum. I hate crowds, so I climbed up there to pray in peace. I know it's a no-no, but since there was no one around, I used my binoculars to spy on the rat at the inner sanctum. That's when I saw the accused stab the high priest with a dagger.
I guess he's like Texan Southern now. There's no way you saw his face stab the victim with a dagger. I swear I don't know what he's talking about. Or don't remember at any rate.
Mount Pony Pony. A beautiful mountain that is also known as the Little Sanctum.
Well, then they can't see. There's an awning all the way around the thing. And the doorway would have been closed. This dude's testimony is bonkers.
Mr. Ihmus, I was wondering. What can I do you for? The inner sanctum lies at a high elevation where clouds and fogs can obscure the view. Are you sure you were able to see what happened from the mountaintop next to it?
Thank you. Look, the judge is using his brain. I'm so proud of him. Good point. His Magistrate raises an excellent question. Well, Mr. Ihmus?
On the day of the riot, there wasn't a cloud in the sky. Had a perfect view. If you don't believe me, check the weather forecast in the paper that day.
Yeah, but you're fucking wrong. Like, do we have... Hold on. Milton. Hold on. The entrance was shut during the rite. See this? This right here, really easy to throw shit off. Nick, don't we have the newspaper for that day? Yeah, let's take a look. Air on the inner sanctum will enjoy calm, clear skies today. The warmer temperature will make for excellent prayer weather. Be warned, however, that we'll see a cold front moving overnight.
See? Told you so.
Alright.
But it would appear the witness has offered testimony worth hearing.
Mr. Ihmus, I too have a question for you. Didn't he already question the witness?
Well, that's what I'm here for, right? Shoot!
How was the accused holding the dagger? Was she holding it underhanded, its blades protruding from the bottom of her hand?
Yeah, I believe she was.
Wow, dude is coaching his witness, huh?
Got a reverse grip.
Yeah, thought as much. Put it right there. What bearing does that have on this case? Cease your interruptions, you pewter-headed lawyer. Do you not see the significance in how the blade was held? No, I don't, you idiot. Enlighten me. I knew you were a fool. I can already picture your next life. Hold on. Is it related to how this thing holds it? Like that? Uh-huh. Next life? Yes. After your soul rides for centuries in the pits of hell. You shall be reborn as a witless sea urchin with barbs limited to your posterior. You shall live a short, inconsequential life, only to be brutally devoured by a sea otter. That was a bit excessive. Simply asked what the dagger grip had to do with the case. Now pay attention. How the accused held the dagger is of vital importance. With such information, we can infer exactly what actions she took. We saw how she held the dagger in the insight vision. You were saying that the victim was killed while he had his back to the accused. Is that correct? Yes. As such, the accused's dagger grip tells us something very important. The accused approached the victim from behind, swung her arms around him, and plunged the dagger deep into his abdomen using a reverse grip. No? No. No. You're just making shit up. Thus, Mr. Ihmus' testimony clears up any doubt that might remain.
And it coincides with their benevolence's insights as well.
No, it doesn't. What? No. All right. Well, let's blow this bullshit open.
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
At least, like, the judge is on board with the whole cross-examining thing, even if their kangaroo court hasn't properly done real court, like, cases in a long time. At least he, like, falls back into the proper way a bit quickly. So we'll give him props for that.
Hold it!
Let's get depressing. Are you sure you're not mistaken, Mr. Ihmus? Was it really Mount Pony Pony that you climbed?
Oh, I'm sure of it. It's a real pony-ponyish mountain.
What does that even mean?
You know, now that I think about it, it was a mighty fine view.
Hate crowds like under the...
Hold it!
If you hate crowds, why bother climbing to the top? Couldn't you just as easily parade at the bottom of Mount Pony Pony? Wrong, bucko. This is a once-a-year epic event. I want to pray as close to the actual thing as possible. You're so gung-ho about it, why don't you go pray at the Plaza of Devotion? Like I said, I hate crowds. I want to pray in peace. Oh, Holy Mother, why do I even get the annoying ones? I'll burn in faith the man that I climb up the mountain closest to the Inner Sanctum. Also, no, it's a no-no, but since there was no one around, since nobody was around, there's nobody who can corroborate your actions either. Ho, you're exactly right. In that case, Mr. Ihmus, let me ask you this. Was there a reason you didn't want to be seen? Oh, about that. If you get caught climbing the surrounding mountains on the day of the rite, you can get in big, big trouble. That's it? Yeah, it's totally embarrassing getting yelled at when you're a grown-up. Yeah, you're a real grown-up, all right. Since nobody was around, I lost all inhibition and pulled my pants down and farted really hard, and I used my binoculars to spy on the ride at the Inner Sanctum. You had a pair of binoculars with you? That's pretty convenient. You weren't planning to spy on the ride all along, were you? Actually, I just happened to have them for bird watching. Bird watching, huh? Let me see. You're not going to keep pressing him on this? He's sketchy as heck, but I don't really have anything I can really sink my teeth into yet. Okay, then. Love the great outdoors. That's just the kind of guy I am. Guy called Anon Ihmus, DVD. He's really starting to get on my nerves. As I looked through my binoculars, I couldn't believe what was unfolding before me. That's when I saw the accused stab the high priest with a dagger. Now, I do want to press him on everything to, like, get everything, but also, like, objection! This is... Wait, this isn't it? Really? Really? Alright, alright. I don't know, my evidence proves plenty, by the way. Screw both of you. That, like, we clearly have evidence that says that he could not have seen it. Period. There was a ritual curtain around the entire thing, and if the other mountain is at a lower elevation and the doors were closed, he has no way of seeing into the thing. So, he needs to revise his testimony and say that he was, like, snooping over the entire thing and was at the scene of the crime, at which point we can start, like, accusing him of being the one who did it. Did you really see what you say you did? Are you saying I'm lying about this? Well, I'm not. That's permanently in this old noggin. I didn't do what you say I did. I didn't get a chance to touch the dagger on the day of the rite. What do I know of that? All I know is what I saw. Never seen it before in my life. What possible reason could I have to lie? Didn't expect there to be any witnesses way up there. But I don't remember doing all that at all. I know. I have a feeling the witness is lying. There has to be an inconsistency somewhere in his testimony. Take a look at the court record. Indeed. But it isn't what I thought it was, so I guess I need to look at the evidence. Alright, we've got this. White ice that froze the ground from the Inner Sanctum. Okay. So everything was frozen beforehand. And he went up at night. We'll see a cold front move in overnight. Okay. So the cold front was then at night. So it's already stained. Wanted post now. Maybe we need to use this to show it. That, like, there's no way you could have seen it. Use my binoculars to spy, right? Or maybe I just put it on the wrong one. I'm still not entirely convinced that piece of evidence that I wanted to use is wrong.
Objection!
Okay, I was right. I was just on the wrong item, that's all. Your Majesty! I had my doubts about this bushy bearded witness, but now I know we can't trust him. Well, you ain't just judging me solely my bodacious beard, are you? Not at all, Mr. Ihmus. Much more than your sketchy appearance. It's your sketchy testimony. His testimony, you say? Yes. Recall how the inner sanctum was that day. Specifically, that it was completely enclosed by the ritual curtain. Why, yes, I believe you're right. The curtain would have completely blocked the witness's view from Mount Pony Pony. Therefore, he couldn't possibly have seen the murder happen. Oh, ha! Mr. Ihmus, you've been knowingly making false statements to this court? You got me. The witness will lower his voice. I didn't actually see the accused herself. You didn't actually see the accused herself? What's that supposed to mean? Let me set the record straight. I beg you. I don't know, man. You already committed perjury once. I saw their shadowy silhouettes projected against the ritual curtain. Figures were created by the light of the full moon on that clear and still night. The moon is above them. And there's fire on every side of them. There wouldn't be any shadows. Right? Like if you have lights being projected from every side, like you get a little bit of shadow, but they're all faded out, like not enough to probably even make a dent on a like thick curtain that's blocking out the snow and wind and stuff. She was just a shadow, but I could tell it was the accused reverse gripping that dagger. Shadows? That's what you saw? That's right. I could see what was going on by the shadows projected on the ritual curtain. In the future, Mr. Ihmus, I'd rather you offer up accurate testimony from the top. Forgive me, my main man, Mr. Magistrate. Chalk it up to my fuzzy memory. Though you saw but shadows, it is still valuable testimony. You have to be kidding me. What are we gonna do now, Nick? All I can think of is to look for inconsistencies between the actual writing and what Mr. Ihmus says he saw. Oh, then, the defense may cross-examine the witness once more. You freak. Sorry, we're just making lots of saves now, just in case.
Hold it!
So what you saw were simply shadows? That's right. Blue shadow figures on on that bright white curtain. They showed through plain as day. Could see everything that happened. But Miss Faye and Abbot Emmy were at the top of a mountain, late at night. The only light up there was coming from 4 small lanterns. How could the shadows have been projected that clearly onto the curtain? No wonder people hop on you lawyers. You're always so dang skeptical. Lanterns weren't the only sources of light, you know. There was something that mentioned the moon, I think, somewhere. Full moon. North. So is the moon to one... are we supposed to use this to say, like, the moon shines at a certain angle away from Pony Pony, maybe? When the moon is directly over the summit of Mount Pony Pony. Wait, then the moon's pointing the wrong way, right? Right? Wait, yeah, Pony Pony is... hold on. Shows the inner sanctum and Mount Pony Pony. Is Mount...
Mount Pony Pony's the one on the left, right? So if the full moon is directly above that, then that doesn't make any sense, right? Because the light coming from the moon would be pushing shadows away from it.
Hold it!
You claim to have seen shadowy figures that project onto the ritual curtain, but did you really see them, Mr. Ihmus?
Of course I did. The bright moonlight projected them onto that curtain, clear as day. It was like watching a scene out of a horror movie from my front row seat on Mount Pony Pony.
Guess the moon does shine a bit brighter when you're way up there. Maya, do you recall how bright the moon was that night?
I remember there weren't any clouds.
The moon was definitely out, but I don't remember if I could cast any shadows. Okay, thanks. Can't deny that the moon was really bright, which means it's possible that it was bright enough to cause shadows to appear.
I remember it just like it happened.
Hold it!
Hang on. How do you know it was Miss Faye if all you say were shadows?
It's all for shadows. That little bun on top of her head. Didn't you see her face? That distinctive Bob's dead giveaway. Never underestimate my keen sense of observation. Oh, that's a funny haircut.
Not nice to make fun of a girl's hairstyle. I like my hair this way. Besides, you're one to talk, you Sasquatch.
Not to this wild, manly look I'm sporting. Just what you know, little girl.
Yeah. Isn't there some kind of a crime you can charge him with? I'm afraid it doesn't work that way. Now he claims he only saw shadows. His testimony is sketchy written all over it. And there must be an inconsistency somewhere. Was he really watching everything from Mount Pony Pony? Alright. I'm curious if my theory holds up or if it's something different.
Objection!
Okay, it's not that. Dang, I thought that was thought it was a good idea though, but I guess not. Yeah, that I'm presenting on the wrong statement again. Did the figures group by the lead film like there? So okay.
Objection!
Wait, did I just present the wrong piece of evidence? Yeah, sorry. Hold on. I'll reload in a second. I'm just gonna stop it. Stop it. Let me get back to it, please. Come on. I meant to present this.
Objection!
Oh, I am right. Okay, hold on. Man, if only I didn't accidentally hit the wrong button there. All right, let me present that piece of evidence. Cool. It's nice when you're right, or at least I'm pretty sure I'm right. We'll see. Maybe I got it right by happenstance, and it's actually something totally different. But
Objection!
you saw silhouettes projected by the moonlight. Sorry, but that's just not possible.
What do you mean? How's it not possible that it was totally possible? That's impossible.
I think I'm gonna need a logical Lee's translation on that. Let's take a look at this rights guide, shall we, Mr. Ihmus? The rite is held when the moon is directly over the summit of Mount Pony Pony. So if the moon was shining from the west, any shadows would have been cast eastward. But Mr. Ihmus was standing to the west of the inner sanctum on Mount Pony Pony.
Oh, holy mother.
That's right. Our witness here couldn't have seen any shadowy figures on that curtain.
No way! Perhaps it was the sacred flames of the lanterns that cast the shadows he saw?
I'm afraid not. I inspected them during my investigation, but the flames were too small to cast the crisp, distinct figures Mr. Ihmus claims to have seen.
Well, I did see those silhouettes.
Really?
But how could he, Nick?
Maybe he was someplace where they were visible? Wait, don't tell me.
Your Majesty, if Mr. Ihmus really did see those shadows, it brings a new fact to light.
And that would be?
The brand new fact that comes to light if Mr. Ihmus really did see those shadows is he was somewhere else. He wasn't where he claimed to be at the time of the murder.
Oh, and then where do you propose the witness was?
Someplace where he could have seen the shadowy figures, naturally.
Wait, you mean?
None of the mountains east of the inner sanctum are close enough for a good view. That leaves only one place he could have clearly seen the shadows from.
Where might that be?
This is where Mr. Ihmus was at the time of the murder. The Plaza of Devotion, the High Priest's home, the inner sanctum. Well, he has to be in the inner sanctum, right? Well, hold on. So there's this, and this, and then there's this. Shows the inner sanctum. So we're saying he was to the right of the curtain, right? But I don't actually remember where they said the high priest's home was. So I'm gonna go with the inner sanctum. Mr. Ihmus was at the inner sanctum, just outside the curtain on the east side. That's the only place from which he could have seen the shadowy figures.
Really? Oh, I didn't even think of that.
But wasn't the inner sanctum off limits to all but the victim and the accused?
And the third party who was there, you mean? I get the feeling that's a subject prosecutor Sadmati would rather not touch right now.
You mean?
That's right. This witness was at the scene of the crime, which means he is the mysterious third party we saw during the divination sequence. He could be the one who dressed as Lady Kira and killed the High Priest. Go gay.
What?
Objection.
Eat a dick, no you don't. No one but the two participants were allowed anywhere near the inner sanctum. And the only way up there are the stairs that start down the Plaza of Devotion. So tell me, how do you propose the witness enter that sacred space? He parachuted. He must have, I haven't thought that far. I have.
The sanctum has clear cliffs on three sides, and a steep towering rock face on the other. No one could have made it there by climbing the faces of those cliffs.
His Majesty speaks true. To say Mr. Ihmus was such an was at such an inaccessible location is but a bit to tarnish his credibility. Is that not right? Right. Well, I wasn't at the inner sanctum. No, sir, no how. At least I'm pretty sure I wasn't. Then, what about those silhouettes you claim to have seen? I'm starting to think I'm imagining things. What? This is insane. I knew we couldn't trust that lawyer. Wait, what do you mean? No, the witness literally has amnesia and doesn't remember shit. Don't give me crap.
Peace, I say.
It's impossible. It's not going to show how he got to the inner sanctum. Just looks like I'm trying to slander Mr. Ihmus.
I believe in you, Nick. Rah, rah, sis, boom, bah. Fight, fight, Phoenix, right.
Just look at the accused. She no shame? What's your problem, lady? Phoenix Wright is very trustworthy, I'll have you know. Somewhere for a criminal. But that gal lawyer poisoned her mind. Please, Maya, you're only making it worse. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but it's probably best to keep it to yourself for now.
I would advise the defense to think carefully before making any sudden outbursts.
Yes, Your Majesty. That fucking sudden outburst right away. I wasn't the bad guy before, I definitely am now. Now, Mr. Ihmus, I would like you to think back carefully before you testify next about where you were that night. I'm gonna call the down on this stupid prosecutor. I wasn't at the inner sanctum. I was never at the inner sanctum, I tell you. That much I'm sure of, even with the fuzzy memory. Besides, it would have been impossible to get there in the first place. Boy, you lawyers sure are scary. Guess it might have been impossible for him to get to the inner sanctum like he claims, but
Now will you desist in trying to frame this innocent witness? Yeah, I'd like to see you explain how you got up there. Okay, he's the escaped prisoner and parachuted down.
Mr. Wright, is it not time to end these cross-examinations?
A moment of desperation leads to 100 million years of torment. It means that for each moment a sinner spends struggling to deny their sins, 100 million years of torment are added to their time in hell.
Khura'in is the strictest religion ever.
And just so you know, you've already accrued 200 million extra years. Plus the 5 they started with. That's 700 million years of torment.
Sure.
What's another 200 million, give or take? The big deal to me. Can't keep saying that the witness was there at the inner sanctum. If I can't prove it, the problem is, how am I going to do that? Well, why don't you shave his beard? We can see if he's the paratrooper.
Hold it!
Are you sure you weren't there?
All I'm sure is that you're deeply skeptical. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, all lawyers always like this?
Most certainly. They always try to pin crimes on innocent witnesses without any proof whatsoever.
That's literally what all the prosecutors in the Ace Attorney games do. Just saying.
They are no better than bacterial viruses.
X, you mean he's contagious? Gonna give me lawyeritis.
Okay, this is getting ridiculous.
That was a close one. Almost put me there at the scene of the crime when I wasn't even there.
Hold it!
You just said your memory was fuzzy.
I sure did. What's the big deal?
I'll tell you what. Your testimony isn't very credible if your memory of the events is fuzzy.
Oh, no worries there. My memory may be fuzzy, but I'm very clear on one thing. You asked me whether or not I remember what I did that night, I'd say I do. In short, you are confident that your testimony is true. Is that correct, Mr. Ihmus? Exactly. Guess you don't get to be a judge for nothing. So I'm closing, I can clearly say that I was totally not there. Besides, it would have been impossible to get there in the first place.
I wonder if it really was impossible for you to get to the inner sanctum. If you have something to say, just say it. Couldn't there have been another way to get there? A way that wouldn't attract attention?
No, there isn't.
Which means there is.
Perhaps the defense would share its theory with us.
Yeah, he paratrooped in. He's the escaped douchebag you all want to kill. I know, wild guess, little theory though. Time to reach in my bag of bluffs. To reach the inner sanctum without attracting any attention, he fell from the sky. Maybe you fell from the sky.
The lawyer thinks he's a comedian now.
I was wondering what crazy theory you propose next. Well, defense, let's hear it. Mr. Ihmus could have parachuted down. We already know the weather was clear and there was no wind to speak of. Perfect weather for skydiving, I'd say. Now that you've been backed into a corner, your delusions grow ever more delusional. The inner sanctum is on a tiny ledge upon a sheer cliff over 200 meters tall. One misstep and a skydiver would soon find themselves in the Twilight Realm.
Yeah, I don't care how still the wind was. Even I couldn't have made that jump.
Wait, what's this building on top of the sacred mountain? That is Royal Penitentiary number 4. Right, Princess Rafa mentioned there was a prison up there. How do you get your prisoners up there anyway? By helicopter, but only with authorization from the Minister of Justice. He is the only one who could approve flights that pass over the inner sanctum. You don't say. Might I also add, defense, that no parachute or any of the equipment necessary for skydiving have been found. Oh, you fucking liar.
Are you saying I flew down there by flapping my arms? I'd be an incredible dude, but even I'm not capable of that.
Well, please add that statement to your testimony, Mr. Ihmus. Yes, you can. Yes, you fucking can. I don't know if I'm supposed to press or what, but...
Objection!
Eat shit. I hate all these people, by the way. I don't know what it is about Nahuta or just like this entire Kangaroo court, but it really, really annoys me. And it's like, why are all you people so stupid?
Mr. Ihmus is right. He couldn't have skydived down there without any gear. Oh no, finally come around, have you? Now you see that I couldn't have possibly been there at the inner sanctum. Right. If you didn't have any gear, that is. What on earth are you talking about? That overreaction is a dead giveaway that I'm on the right track. Take a look at this piece of evidence. Those are prayer flags, are they not? Yes, but they've been sewn together to create one big banner. A banner that could also function like a parachute. Yeah, eat shit. The people of Khura'in are so used to seeing prayer flags, the police didn't even think twice about those flags during their investigation. No, this cannot be. Yeah. The witness landed at the inner sanctum by using these prayer flags as a parachute. Is that not right, Mr. Ihmus? There's no way out. I'm surrounded. Mr. Ihmus. All this talk's jogging my memory. I guess. Guess I was there at the inner sanctum after all. As I suspected, there were 3 people there that night. You did it, Nick. You weren't wrong after all. Thanks. Mr. Ihmus, you were the one disguised as Lady Kira that night, weren't you? Well, no way, no how. Like this. Yeah, I was only there at the inner sanctum by accident. By accident? Exactly. And that thing's not a parachute. It's a homemade paraglider. A paraglider? Are you telling me you could fly using that Patrick Mesa material? May not look that much, but it's as sturdy as can be. I rode the wind like an eagle, going higher and higher from my earthly launching point. But then something happened that forced me to land at the inner sanctum. So you just happened to land there? You expect me to believe that?
Oh no, please calm yourself, Mr. Wright. However, the fact that the witness was at the inner sanctum is crucial testimony indeed. It certainly warrants further explication. Therefore, let's continue with more testimony.
That evening, I was enjoying a trek through the night sky with my homemade paraglider. But just as Mount Pony was drawing near, something terrible happened. An accident forced me to make an emergency landing at the inner sanctum. As I landed, I banged my head, causing me to lose my memory. So you see, I ended up at the inner sanctum purely by accident. As you landed, you lost your memory and then also saw the shadows. Totally. Definitely happened, for real. Mr. Ihmus, you failed to mention any of this during your pretrial question. Can't be helped. I mean, I'm just remembering it now. Continue such slip-slide testimony, and you'll be cast into the hell of hangnails, where you shall have hangnails grown and ripped out for 800 million years. Ooh, ha! Well, I think I'll pass on that. It's like that cop prosecutor said Marty off guard. It's my chance to rip his case to shreds. I'm starting to think that Khura'ism is a bogus religion. Just saying, like, all these random things that their alleged, like, really highly ranked monk is just throwing out there randomly. I'm starting to think it's all bullshit. That evening, I was enjoying a trek through the night sky. You were enjoying a trek through the night sky with your homemade paraglider? You didn't go to pray? A devout Khura'inist like me can pray anywhere, even while flying through the sky. I wouldn't recommend you try it. You're bound down to dead. Paraglider? I didn't see anything like that. That's because the little ritual curtain blocked your view. Should have seen me majestically soaring between the mountains. Really? What do you think, Nick? Don't ask me. I was really enjoying that flight. First, anyway.
Hold it!
Something terrible happened? Exactly. When I say terrible, I mean terrible. What? Was there something unexpected near Mount Pony? What was it again? Wait, you don't remember? Let's just say it was terrible. An accident forced me to make an emergency landing at the inner sanctum.
What exactly was this accident you had? Good question. Now, what was it again? Wind? Yeah, it was the wind. Not just any wind, but a sudden gale force wind. Made me lose control. Oh, we have a weather report. Just saying. The wind was strong enough to make you lose control? You got that right. Okay, then. Add that to your testimony, you liar. Gale force winds came out of nowhere, so I made an emergency landing at the Sanctum. I'm sorry, but are you stupid? Look, calm, clear skies. Or are we saying that this cold front moved in overnight is the problem? It says clear skies, though.
Objection!
We have a saying in my country, Mr. Ihmus. From one lie sprouts another. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? It means someone caught lying will lie again in an attempt to conceal their first lie. In other words, this current testimony is just a blatant lie you're telling to cover your tracks. What do you say? You claim gale force winds caused you to lose control. But this newspaper has the weather report for the day of the murder. It says, the area around the inner sanctum will enjoy calm, clear skies today. Pugunka!
I do believe it does say that.
From one lie sprouts another. That makes sense, but is it really a saying back home? Never heard of it.
Yeah, I kind of made that one up. Your Majesty, the witness's testimony contains another flaw, one that's even more fatal to his cause.
More fatal, you say? Then to explain himself at once.
Mr. Ihmus claims he was flying up around the inner sanctum with his paraglider, but it would have been impossible to get all the way up there without any wind.
Why, yes, I believe you're right. But we know the witness was at the inner sanctum, so... Mr. Ihmus, how did you get there? And from where?
He's the escaped prisoner. Without any wind, he couldn't have flown up there from the bottom of the mountain by process of elimination. The only starting point that makes any sense. Your Majesty, I believe I have the answer to your question. To reach the inner sanctum, Mr. Ihmus must have launched himself from here.
Take that!
Hoo-ha! Are you insane?
That's where he came from.
If he couldn't have come from below, the only other option is from above. So you see. Anon Ihmus came down from Royal Penitentiary number 4. From there, he could have easily reached the inner sanctum by parachute. And that means he might have also killed the High Priest.
Oh,
Mr. Ihmus, were you the third party at the inner sanctum? And the one behind the warning to halt the right that the victim received? Was it you we saw in his final memory? Are you the rebel hunter, Lady Kira?
ah!
I don't know about all that, Felix.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, sir, help me out here.
You did it. You finally left him speechless.
Oh, come on, Mr. Prosecutor, man. Quiet, you fool. Should use this time to prepare yourself for what is to come. For a fate far worse than hang no hell awaits you now. Well done, defense. I must concede this point to you. The witness did, in fact, descend to the inner sanctum from Royal Penitentiary number 4. He didn't put a fight this time. It's awfully generous of him. But if you are as perceptive as you seem, then surely you've already figured out the riddle. The riddle of Anonymous' true identity? Oh, his true identity, yeah. He's calm because if he's the rebel who escaped, why would he be a rebel hunter? I'm not sure I know quite yet, but I guess I'll have to answer with something.
It would seem I'm the only one still in the dark here. Would the defense care to enlighten me? Who is this man we've been calling Anonymous?
The witness's true identity. Is this really him? Only now do you realize the truth. Well, please do share with us your belated insight.
What's wrong, Nick? Why are you holding back?
Because this isn't going to be very helpful to our case.
Really? You sure?
Unfortunately, got no other choice. That scruffy beard and shaggy mane completely threw me off. But it's all becoming clear to me now. The nighttime base jump for the mountaintop prison, the precision landing at the inner sanctum using only a homemade parachute. Only a paratrooper, or more precisely, a former paratrooper, could have pulled that off. This witness is Datsar Ball. Datsar Ball. Prison escapee and key member of Dirk's rebel group.
What?
Go!
The witness is an escaped prisoner.
Precisely. The police have been scouring every corner of the city to no avail. Meanwhile, here he was under our noses the entire time.
Oh, ha! Didn't think anyone would see through my clever disguise.
But the witness's charade is not all that has been shattered, is it, defense?
Boy, do I hate this guy.
Please recall the defense's own words.
Whoever sent it clearly meant to threaten the high priest. The others said, do not perform the rite. But the rite went on as scheduled. I believe that's where the high priest was murdered.
Who do you suppose sent that letter?
Person with something to hide. Rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira herself.
He claimed that the real killer was the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. Yeah, what's your point?
What of the witness's true identity? Only apparent? Yeah, why? Okay, wait, come on. We don't need this. We literally just did this.
Oh no!
He is a rebel and an escaped prisoner. He could not possibly have been Lady Kira, mortal enemy of the rebels. Well, he has amnesia, though. Maybe that's why. Gotta figure this out.
Now perhaps the witness will enlighten us to the truth. After all, he has yet to refute any of this.
Ooh, ah! You got me. I'm the razor-sharp fangs of the Defiant Dragons. That's our ball.
When did you get your memory back?
Oh, around the time you guys were talking about there being no wind. But you gotta give me credit for making up all that testimony off the top of my head. Are you prepared to tell us the truth now? Well, it's true. I parachuted down to the inner sanctum. But I banged my head on impact and ended up unconscious outside the ritual curtain. In short, all my eyewitness testimony was a big fat lie. Big fat lie? Oh, by the way, long time no see, Beauty.
Wait, they know each other? Your Majesty. This filthy rebel belongs in a jail cell.
Oh, yes, of course. Bailiff, seize him at once.
Seems really have forgotten the will of the dragon. Beauty. But I haven't, and no dogs of the Khura'in regime are gonna lay a finger on me. Alley-oop. There goes our witness.
Deploy all available resources.
I want all units placed on high alert.
Chase him.
Bailiff, what are you doing? What's wrong with you people?
The escaped prisoner escaped again.
The police force has been placed on high alert. He will be caught before long.
I doubt it.
Escaped prisoners escape the law again after giving a ton of false testimony.
Talk about a troublemaker. Really pulled a number on all of us. What was the point of all that anyway?
Well, I can't help but feel that entire episode was an enormous waste of time.
Your Majesty. Perhaps it was not as great as a waste of time as you might believe.
What makes you say that, Prosecutor Samadhi?
Datsar Ball dropped something as he made his escape from these halls.
Was it the dagger? Scrap of paper looks awfully familiar.
These appear to be direct orders from Dirk.
From Dirk, the rebel leader. But we only have a small corner of it.
Wait, I remember now. Your Majesty, I've seen that scrap of paper before.
You have?
The scrap of paper Datsar Ball dropped is a part of this.
Take that!
And this is...
I found it at the scene of the crime. It appears to be a copy of the order that Mr. Abal dropped. If we put the two together, we should be able to read what the order says. Wait, well, there's two orders, though.
Why, just what does it say, Mr. Wright?
Dude, I don't read Khura'inese. I can't read Khura'inese.
Ah, Prosecutor Samati, if you please.
The ignorant lawyer has not bothered to learn our language. Very well, then. Dude, I came here on vacation. I do not understand. Well, what does it say? Using the lamplights as a landmark, he was to parachute down to the inner sanctum. Upon the ride's completion, he was to don Lady Kira's robes and make his escape.
What? That's how he was to escape from prison?
So if I were to assume that Mr. Abal was the one who killed the High Priest, then maybe it was because Abbot Inni tried to thwart his escape plan? Oh, foul lawyer. I'm afraid that is simply ludicrous. Huh? But I didn't say anything. Did you just read my mind? I know how your putrid mind works. Unfortunately for you, however, now that the rebel's escape plan has been revealed, it is clear that Datsar Bal is not the High Priest's killer. How can you be so sure? If only you would use that putrid brain of yours even once in a while. Datsar Bal's plan could not have worked without the help of a certain individual. What do you mean? I am speaking of Abbot Inni, of course. Had Datsar Bal simply donned Lady Kira's robes and made escape alone, he could have been far too conspicuous. But were he by the High Priest's side, the faithful citizens praying in the plaza would have had no cause to suspect anything. It is therefore unthinkable that Datsar Bal was the High Priest's killer. I don't think that logic holds up. Like, if he killed the abbot and then, like, knocked out or killed Maya, he could have just walked down. Also, the devotees don't pay any attention to anything while they're praying, and they would have continued to pray. So, he could have escaped just fine.
So you're saying the High Priest was a... I can't bear to say it.
I'm afraid it is so. He numbered among the rebels who threatened our kingdom.
How could this be?
But look, now it's the other side saying that he's a rebel. Let it go and move on. Accept the truth. It is the only way. And that goes double for you, defense. Cease your futile battle now. And why should I? Because I will now put the final nail in the coffin of the accused. Now that we have eliminated Datsar Bal from our list of suspects, there's only one person that still remains. The accused, my affair. Hold it right there. Aren't you forgetting something important?
Something important. Please, do explain, defense.
Please explain, Phoenix. We can't end this trial without looking into the arrow, the murder weapon, or the third party. Well, the murder weapon hasn't been found, right? There's the arrow. And the fact that they said do not perform the rite. So, High Priestess Rebel told to do that. We're getting the fact that Lady Kira delivered this to a rebel. So, that Lady Kira is a rebel, just saying. And what else? Anything? We can't end this trial without looking into the third party, maybe? I guess I'll say the murder weapon. Because I feel like that's a big unknown still. What with the murder weapon? We haven't found it yet. What does it matter if it has been found or not? The fact remains that the victim was killed with it by the accused. Fuck you. that's the other one. Okay. Okay, so I was right. I was right the first time. It's the third party. Which is also the name of the thing of the save file, so you should know. Guess that's it too. We can't end this trial without looking into the third party. Talking about the true identity of the Lady Kira we saw in the seance vision. If that wasn't Dotsar Ball, then who was it?
Objection!
That matter has already been resolved. It has? What's he talking about? It is as I had maintained from the start. There was no third party in the seance.
Objection!
But there was another Lady Kira there besides Maya Fey. We all saw her. If you're claiming that it's Lady Kira herself, then that gets Maya off. Just saying. Do my finger point. Oh, I'm sorry. Does that mean I'm a little bitch in Khura'inese?
Yeah.
It is time to let it go and move on. Your face has already been sealed, much like your arm. Hardly seems fair. Quite simple once you consider where the victim and the accused were at the time. If the victim was near the spring with his back to the accused, what would he see ahead? Besides the water itself, there's nothing but... Oh, sorry.
Besides the water itself, there's nothing but the warbod statue.
Precisely. The Lady Kira we saw in the seance is the warbod statue draped in her sacred robes.
No way!
The accused wanted the false Lady Kira to appear in the seance vision. Before she came from behind and stabbed the victim with a dagger in a reverse grip,
But why would the accused want to do something like create a false Lady Kira?
to show it to the victim as he was being slain.
What reason would the accused have to fool the victim she was about to kill?
It was not the victim she was trying to fool. It was this very court itself.
Come again?
Suspicion would not fall on the accused if it looked as if another Lady Kira was there. And the defense was foolish enough to fall for it and claim it was a third party in disguise. He is just pulling so much bullshit out of his ass.
Are you saying?
I am. It was all a cleverly wicked scheme perpetrated by the accused. A scheme in which she sought to use the seance vision to mislead us. Yeah, that's bullshit. Kangaroo court. Also, how is this guy a well-regarded prosecutor? What a face you're making, defense. Surprised you are taking this so hard. After all, did I not clearly state a while back that you were chasing after naught but a deluded fantasy? Okay, sure, that's what you thought of that. That's when you made up something that you believed in? Fascinating. He's just waiting for the most effective moment to spring on me. Do you understand now? I have had you dancing in the palm of my hand this entire time. It can't be.
This is an outrage! You took our royal priestess's sacred divination seance and used it to commit this most foul and despicable murder!
No! I did nothing of the sort! Nick, it's not true.
Objection!
Cease this ugly display. Your fate is sealed now the facts have been exposed. Your Majesty, the time has come to convict this criminal who only seeks to taint the sacred hall.
Indeed. Seems this trial is
Hold
over.
it!
Does the defense wish to offer up yet another counter-argument or something?
Yeah, you're all a bunch of idiots. And I want to burn this entire place down to the ground. The accused is not the killer. Here's why. Now what do I do? Got nothing.
It would appear that the defense has run out of arguments to make.
I'm for sure that the robot was the killer. The only person with a possible motive, one dressed as Lady Kira, has vanished. Got nothing to use against Prosecutor Samadi's argument. Damn it, I can't lose now, not like this.
Very well then. Shall now render my verdict.
Wait! Please wait. I'm begging you. It is time to let it go and move on.
This trial need not be drawn out any longer. Defense has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then, this court finds the accused, Maya Fey, and the defense, Phoenix Wright. Guilty.
I was hoping like apology or something here or something. Interesting. An interesting development.
Your Majesty, please forgive the interruption, but...
Wait a minute, isn't that the dude?
What is the meaning of this? A body has been found in the Plaza of Devotion, Your Majesty.
What's this? Oh. Wait, was the alkalite who wasn't moving dead the whole time?
We found this sticking out of the victim. Why, that's Lady Kira's war bat dagger.
Kira, she has returned from the Twilight Realm once more to defeat the rebels.
Peace.
It would seem the dagger that was once lost has now been found. One more thing to report, Prosecutor Samadhi. Yeah. This dagger. It bears the fingerprints of Maya Fey. Oh, that's bullshit. What? But why would Maya's prints be on it? Also, how are you going to explain that that happened while she did it in court this whole time? I cannot believe it, yet it must be true.
Is something the matter, Prosecutor Samadhi?
This trial has run its course, and the accused guilt has been firmly established. However, it would seem the defense was right about one thing. I was? You claim that the murder at the Inner Sanctum had been carried out by the rebel hunter masquerading as Lady Kira. I did say something to that effect, but what of it?
Prosecutor Samadhi, are you suggesting who I think you are?
I believe the true identity of the rebel hunter who has been masquerading as Lady Kira is none other than the accused, Miss Maya Fey! Are you all stupid? I realize how shocking this must seem. Looking back, however, I now realize there was much that pointed to this fact. Yeah, really? The rebel hunting Lady Kira was first sighted about 2 years ago, and the accused first came to our kingdom 2 years ago as well.
Why, the timing matches perfectly.
But there's more. That warning letter was found in the High Priest's bedroom 3 days before the rite. Despite his house being locked up tight there,
Objection!
how does that prove anything? It is difficult to believe an intruder could have found a way to enter such a secure house. However, the accused was known to come and go freely there, mainly to prepare for the purification rite. Abbot Inman was an important figure with a ton of duties, including training acolytes. He was really kind, even to a foreigner like me. He invited me over to his house when I was in between training sessions. The accused could have easily left the house unlocked for herself without anyone noticing. No? You know people lock their doors at night, right? Also, people see like their guests out to the door and then lock it behind them. If we assume that the accused was Lady Kira, that more than establishes her motive for killing the High Priest.
Yes, the victim was secretly an insurgent, bent on helping Datsar Bal escape after all.
Precisely. That made him a target of Lady Kira's wrath. Aren't you all, like, haven't you all been cheering on Lady Kira for killing the rebels, though? And after killing the High Priest, she then unleashed her divine justice on another rebel. So, it seems the scope of this case has expanded. We now have 2 murders perpetrated by Maya Fey, masquerading as Lady Kira. Okay, but she couldn't have been in 2 places at 2 times. Also, if you're claiming she killed someone in the Plaza of Devotion while she was under custody, like, what are you even doing? If Miss Fey
is indeed a serial killer, in fact, the severity of her punishment light of this, I believe the second murder must be investigated before we can proceed.
As you wish, Your Majesty. Maya Fey, I hereby charge you with this second murder. May your defiled soul feel the weight of your sins. A new murder charge on top of a guilty verdict?
Seems the defense will live to see one more day.
Talk about hanging on by a thread. Come tomorrow, far more terrible punishment awaits you.
I hereby suspend these proceedings so that the second murder may be investigated. Until the conclusion of this new investigation, this court is adjourned.
So, like, I'm okay then? To be continued. All right, day 2. We'll keep going. Temple. What do I do now? I can't believe Maya and I were actually found guilty. Okay, we really don't need the flashback. Go faster! Mr. Wright? I'll be. I saw the whole trial. What's going to happen to Miss Maya now? I'm worried about that too. But right now...
One more thing to report, Prosecutor Samadhi.
Yes? Oh, wait, we've seen this already. She's being framed. Right now I need to focus on the next trial. The murder of Alkalite Zealot, right? Oh, I knew he was dead. At least the jury is still on that one, so to speak. The 2 murders are most likely connected. I can get to the bottom of Alkalite Zealot's murder. Might give me the ammunition I need to overturn Maya's guilty verdict. Let me help you investigate. I want to assist you any way I can. I appreciate it, but we're talking about a murder. Yeah, but it's going to be hard for a foreigner to investigate this on his own. You have a point there. Wish I knew what to do. Sup? Isn't that your benevolence? Princess Rava. Oh, it is you again. The dead lawyer walking, guilty of abetting a murderer under the Defense Capability Act. See, she hasn't lost any of her charm. Why the long face? I'd be glad I was found guilty under the DC Act. In no mood to take joy in your suffering. For I was unable to defeat you and had to leave the job to others. I failed in my sacred duty as the royal priestess. Just that answer. Yes, you have. You suck at your job, Rafa. Feel bad. I want you and everyone in this entire country to feel terrible. Because you're all terrible. Including Albie. Just saying. He also hated lawyers blindly for no reason. Your benevolence. Your benevolence. Huh? Oh, bobbed head. I thought you had already begun your journey to the Twilight Realm. I'm not dead yet. Still have an investigation to do for tomorrow's trial. What's this? Do you mean to say you have not given up yet? That's right. Gonna prove Maya innocent tomorrow. But why? Why do you refuse to give up? Cannot fathom such obstinacy. Investigate all you want, I care not. You really don't mind? But aren't you worried that a lawyer backed into a corner by the DC Act might do something desperate, like forge evidence? What's this? If left unsupervised, I'd be free to do whatever I wanted, you know? Okay, now let's see if she takes the bait. Yes, I see your point. Bobbed head? Yes. I know what happened yesterday. You perpetrated some sort of fraud or other misdeed while I was not watching. Huh? That explains why I misunderstood the voice of the High Priest's soul. Yes, of course, that is the only explanation. Man, why is she so dumb? Just trying to cheer her up. Now she thinks even less of me. I must not allow you to sully our sacred hall of justice with your misdeeds ever again. Therefore today I'll be monitoring your every move once more. I will not fail to spot your misdeeds this time. Howdy, howdy, ho, hum, 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 she says. The moment I see anything out of the ordinary, I will send you straight to prison. And you, boy, do not throw your lot in with this foreign devil. But, your benevolence. It's okay, Owie. You don't need to worry about me. I'll be back before you know it. First, I should probably lighten my load a bit. Owie, would you mind holding on to some evidence for me? Of course not. Always glad to help. Thank you. May the Holy Mother's blessings be upon you. Now then, the scene of the crime is the logical place to start. If I recall correctly, the body was found at the Plaza of Devotion. Okay, yeah, he was just dead the whole time, though. Looks like the police already finished their investigation. I think someone will be killed here. Place devoted to prayer. Body outline and flowers? Does someone leave them here in memory of the deceased? There's something different about the prayer flags today. Is there? As the high priest's disciple, Alkalite Zealot was utterly devoted to his training. First the high priest, and now his devoted disciple. Maya Fey will pay for this, or they were both rebels. It's like you're trying to tell you Maya has nothing to do with any of this. And you can prove this how? What do you think I'm doing here? Gathering dirt and dust for the trial? Your smart mouth. This is precisely why you and your loyally ilk are so reviled. Hey, Mr. Right? Is it Emma? Yeah, it's Emma. Emma! It's that detective from your country again. Eep! It's the princess! You seem displeased that I'm here. Oh, no, don't be silly. Mr. Wright, I'm, so sorry about what happened to Maya. It's not your fault, Emma. You're just doing your job. If I had just done mine. Mr. Wright, it's no use crying over spilled milk. Mind telling me what you know about the murder? Do or die in court tomorrow, and I mean that literally. Gladly. Help in any way I can. Remember, I have my eyes on the both of you, so see to it that you commit no misdeeds. Of course not. I'm talking to a professional here. Let's see. Now let's start with an overview of what happened. Sure. The victim is praised a lot. He was the high priest's disciple. And he prays a lot. His body was discovered around noon today, right after the rite wrapped up. So during the high priest's murder trial. That's right. Apparently, he had been here praying since the day before the rite even started. Talk about serious devotion. Yeah, I barely lasted a few minutes. This is a picture of Mr. Zealot's body. Dagger in his upper back almost looks like it would have been particularly painful. Okay, but like, it literally can't be Maya. Like, she was in trial. Are they stupid? A tattoo on the back of his neck? It's peach-shaped? Everyone started leaving when the praying was finally done. But the victim remained bent over in prayer. When they went over to check on him, they discovered he was dead, right? No one knows the freaking knife in his neck? The estimated time of death is May 9th. What do you mean, May 9th? We were here in the plaza, and there was no... Sometime between the start of the rite and the discovery of the high priest's body. Well, then that still doesn't make any sense. Maya was the one who reported the high priest's body. In other words, He believed the crime took place during the purification rite. And the murder weapon was the same ceremonial dagger that killed the high priest. Well, then she could... These people. The prosecution believes Maya came down the stairs after killing the high priest, and then stabbed Mr. Zealot with the same dagger. Circumstantial evidence does point to Maya, but what were the cause of death? He apparently died instantly from the dagger that was left thrust through his upper back. Here's the autopsy report. Spinal cord injury from being stabbed. Okay. Estimated time of death, you say? How can you know such a thing? I want to know. Well, barbed head, out with it. So the Princess of the Spirit Medium Kingdom is interested in forensic science? No interest in science, forensic or otherwise. Nevertheless, there will someday be queen. As such, it would be wise to know what silly things the common folk believe in. Rafa. Nothing silly about it. Have you know, even Prosecutor Samadi holds forensics in high regard. Does he? Perhaps I should not underestimate the power of science. Still, I suppose it's nothing much compared to the divination seance. You mean the thing that you managed to fuck up multiple times in a row, Rafa? She really doesn't have an adorable bone in her body. Emma, I think she's actually interested. Do you mind explaining it to her? Guess I have to now. Okay, there are many ways to estimate the time of death. Most well-known method uses the change in body temperature. Interesting. Body temperature drops at a steady rate from the moment a person dies. That means we can tell how long someone's been dead by measuring their temperature. Even out in the cold like this? Bobhead, present your forehead now. What? Why? So just a little over 95 degrees. Seems you're not dead yet. Of course not. But a jest. After all, you're still the dead lawyer walking. Fail to see the humor in any of this. Were there any witnesses? So many people here at the plaza, you'd think somebody would have seen something. You'd think so, wouldn't you? We haven't found a single witness. How's that even possible? Because everyone was bent over, utterly devoted to prayer, naturally. Right, the back-shattering pose that nearly killed me. Still, you think someone would have noticed something. I thought so too, but with the monk's scarf he had on, no one could see the dagger in his upper back. Plus, everyone was so absorbed in prayer they didn't see or hear anything. I can't believe this. What you choose to believe is your choice, but the fact remains there were no witnesses. However, there is one piece of irrefutable evidence. The dagger. Sadly, yes. Ugh. This, I mean, his divination seance isn't going to be particularly useful then, now is it? Can you tell me about the murder weapon? The killer used the war-bowed dagger, legendary weapon of Lady Kira. It was discovered and impaled on the victim's upper back. The accused fingerprints were found on the dagger, were they not? Yes, they were. No one else's fingerprints, though? Really? With such irrefutable evidence, there's no questioning the accused's guilt. Not so fast. What about a motive? Maya had no reason to kill Alkalite Zealot. What do the police think about this matter? Maya had no reason to kill Alkalite Zealot. Or Zealot. So you say, well, let us now hear what the police think about the matter. Police believe Maya is the Lady Kira figure who's been battling the rebels. And since Mr. Zealot was the disciple of the High Priest who turned out to be a rebel, he too was likely a rebel, and therefore met the same ultimately untimely demise as his teacher. Yes, that is how the police currently view this crime. There's no way Maya is that Lady Kira vigilante. I agree on a personal level, but the police are just going with what today's trial concluded. Ugh. It's blue in court today. Alright, well, what's up with this? So these flowers to the left here in memory of Alkalite Zealot? What are they called? They are known as Namanda. They are given to express sorrow when a life is lost. It seems offering flowers in memories of the dead is a universal practice. Okay. Heartfelt sympathy. To a rebel? By these people? Interesting. Alkalite Zealot died bent over in prayer. No trace of blood on the ground, though. The fact that there's so little bleeding could mean it was a single stab to a vital point. Although that would have been very difficult considering the position he was in. Okay, what is different about these today? Sorry. Prayers were going to carry the king by the wind. He said there was something different about these now, though, and I don't get it. I think I would witness a lawyer being allowed to pass through this sacred gate. Yeah, well, wouldn't unless I had to. The stairs are brutal to climb. What's this? Do you even know how many monks would give their lives to pass through that gate? Be thankful for the great honor you've been afforded. Yes, your benevolence. Suck my... Oh, here we go. No, stop it. Oh, I see the difference. What is this? This prayer flag looks much newer than the rest. Your benevolence? What does it say here? The dearest wishes of our subjects are written upon these prayer flags. Reading the prayers of others is considered rude, but you must know. It says, at the usual spot, bring grub, the key too. That is one of the more direct and practical prayers I've ever seen. I wonder if it's even a prayer. So is this how the rebels communicate with each other? Wait, what? Why can I investigate this? Last thing you saw was the rug. Sure. Strange that there are no bloodstains, though. Perhaps it was so cold his blood froze, or perhaps it was absorbed by its investment. It is pretty cold. Maybe the blood really did just freeze inside his body. Okay, that message on the prayer flag seems a little weird, but I think I've seen everything there is to see around here. You've not found or heard anything of particular worth. Are you ready to give up? No, I'm not calling it quits yet. Does it look like you have any hope of winning, Mr. Wright? Emma. Can't really say at this point. All I know is I had to keep investigating. What are you two sneaks up to? Advise you to get back to work if you're done here, detective. Otherwise, I will report you to Prosecutor Samadi for dereliction of duty. Hey, I'm going. We'll see you later, Mr. Wright, and good luck. Should really pay a visit to everyone in every place connected with this case. Hey, how does it feel to know that your husband was a rebel? And that the alkylate that's like been hanging out here when I was also a rebel. Hello, sorry to bother you again, but... Oh, it's you, bobbed head. You're not contemplating casting a suspicion upon Lady Believe, are you? She lost her beloved husband, and now acolyte Zealot, who was like a son to her. Of course I'm not. But since she was close to both victims, I want to hear what she has to say. Very well. And then there's the fact that Lady Kira didn't attack Mrs. Indy. Probably means she isn't a rebel. You sure about that? Is this about poor Puree? Well, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can talk about that right now. But what about Maya? She's innocent. Maya? Heard she was found guilty. First my dear husband and now Puree. Mrs. Emmy, you don't really believe that Maya is the killer, do you? I don't know. But that was the verdict, so what else can I believe? What am I to do? The verdict was already reached in your husband's case, but the truth of the matter is yet to be found. How can you be so sure? Because I believe that Maya is innocent. That's all I have right now. My faith in her. So please, help me understand what happened. So you're defending her based solely on faith? Even though you'll be punished for abetting the accused? That's right. All right, then. Your faith has moved me. I'll tell you what I can. Oh, are you sure about this, Lady Believe?
My lovely wife is also a devout follower of Khura'ism. As such, she is not one to make light of another's faith. But I find that you have lied about your faith in Maya Fey's innocence. I shall curse your entire family and all your disciples for the next 8 generations.
Hey, leave Athena and Apollo alone, buddy. How did Alkalite Zealot end up living here as your husband's disciple? About 2 years ago. Oh, 2 years ago when Lady Kira showed up, you say, huh? About 2 years ago, when my husband was at a spiritual retreat in the mountains, he came across parade collapsed from the ground. That's when he brought him here. Excuse me. You're always one to help those in need, weren't you, dear? And he'd been living here ever since? About 2 years ago. That's around the same time Maya arrived in Khura'in. Yes. He was born in a poor village and had nowhere to call home. My husband felt pity for the boy, so he took him in as his disciple. But not only as his disciple, he was like a member of our family, too. I see. This is where Alkalite Zealot lived. There might be something you could learn about him lying around here. Like this pointy ass thing. Thank you, we can finally... A photo of the High Priest, his wife, Alkalite Zealot, and Maya. Since Maya's in it, must have been taken the day before the rite. Jasmus is in me about it. Huh. Oh. Belieb's the one who really likes the Steel Samurai. She's got a wristwatch that Maya gave her and traded with. Okay. Here she is posing with the two men whom she would soon kill. I beg to differ. I see this photo as proof that she didn't kill them. Smile of hers does not fool me. There's a deep and abiding malice behind it. Prove Maya's smile's the real deal. Why do you guys have pictures of the king and queen? Yes, my mother and my father. What do you think? Do they not possess an awe-inspiring air? No, they look like cunts to me. Thanks, Raitha. Terrifying is more the word I would use. Well, yeah, they're very awe-inspiring. More like yawn-inspiring. Can I ask you about this photo? It was taken during the Feast of Blessings, the day before the rite was held. The Feast of Blessings? Hey, where's your wristwatch, Belieb? Would you mind telling me a little more about it? Is it covered in blood? Are you the one who killed them? This photo was taken during the Feast of Blessings. Yes. It is forbidden to eat during the days of the rite. So the day before it's performed, we enjoy dishes full of jingle? Gingle? An herb known to strengthen the body and mind. You loved the gingle-based dishes I made, didn't you, dear? Gingle. Heard you can go 3 days without sleeping after eating some. Oh, so they all get drugged. Okay. Yes, but many foreigners don't care for it because of its strong smell. Our customs say that these dishes can only be eaten the day before the purification rite, and only between noon and 3 p.m. That's pretty specific. Is it because of the smells too strong? A very good guess indeed. It is to ensure the smell is gone by the time Lady Kira is welcome the next day. Wow, is it really that strong? Come to think of it, the evening before the murder, an overwhelming odor was all over town. It's like a cross between garlic and mint. After the Feast of Blessing, Pere went over to the plaza to begin his supplication. Never thought that'd be the last time I would see him. What was Maya doing at the time? Shortly after Pere left, she went to the temple to prepare for the rite. I don't know what she did after that. Okay. So Alkalite Zealot went out to pray the afternoon before the rite. Sorry, I've been like focused. I didn't see your. That's a good emo money. The Ray Pog. The thick white ice that froze the ground for the inner sanctum of the Plaza Devotion yesterday is melted. Where I can go as planned. Okay. Prey always prayed a lot, far more than anyone I've ever known. He was a devout young man whose faith was twice as strong as others. I don't know why, but that's kind of intimidating to me. But I have made some progress by now. I haven't come across any particularly insightful information, even here. You seem disappointed. Mrs. Inmee, is there anything else you could tell me? Forgive me, but if I keep thinking about this too any longer... Barbed head. Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help. I'm sorry to have troubled you. We have paid a visit to all the people and places connected with... Well, no, we haven't. It's about time you prepared yourself for the inevitable, don't you? No. Hi, Maya. Maya sure looks tired. I'm so sorry, Maya. I failed to defend you during that trial earlier today. I'm sorry too, Nick. I never meant to get caught up in this whole mess. And worse, I got you caught up in it too. And you were convicted of that stupid law. Nick, you should really withdraw from this case. Maybe they'll even commute your sentence if you do. Could never abandon you like that. You might not believe me, but I'm gonna pull off a win somehow. It's not like I don't believe in you. It's just... Don't worry. Maybe this extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial inside out and upside down. You'll see. Okay. Yes, Rafa, would you like to say something, your holy cuntiness? You're awfully quiet, your benevolence. It's only a matter of time until your executions are carried out. I simply thought I would allow you to a good talk before you depart from this world. Sorry, but we're not giving up yet. Won't till the bitter end. There's no need to put on a brave face. Your fates were sealed with today's verdict. Worry not of Maya Fey. The Twilight Realm will cleanse the taint from that neophyte practitioner's soul. Then perhaps the Holy Mother may finally forgive her. Wait. Was that her attempt at comforting me? Barbhead, further resistance shall come to naught. Stop your desperate struggle. Accept the judgment that has been passed upon you. She obviously doesn't know me very well. Then, perhaps your sentence will be commuted. And hold it right there, your benevolence. Why do you always have to be like that? Maya, what are you... What is the matter? I was simply showing some mercy upon your souls. Nick here is risking his life to defend me. And that is why I told you it will come to No, it won't. Nick is just doing what lawyers are supposed to. He's defending his client no matter what. Enough. There's no place for lawyers in the Hall of Justice. For we have the divination seance. But your insights were wrong. Oh boy, that's gotta hurt. Don't you get it? Errors are bound to happen if your insights are accepted without question. So I ask you, Royal Priestess, what's your true duty? Do the victims' souls or the Holy Mother herself wish you to judge people in error? Oh, you dare bring Her Holiness's name into this? You know nothing, you phony baloney. Please, you two. Enough already. Sorry, Nick, I got a little carried away. It's not really like me, huh? No. Should be thanking you, Maya. It's good to have you in my corner. How dare you mock me so? Not get away with this? I was a fool to show you compassion, and to think I could convince you to accept your fate. So struggle all you want in the Hall of Justice tomorrow. You will receive your just deserts as the scorn of our kingdom is heaped upon you. Can see straight through your... Can see straight through that contorted smile on your face, you know. She may say these terrible things. It's just the way she was raised, I guess. Can you try to remember what happened one more time? I've been trying as hard as I can, but I can't remember anything from the middle of the right onward. Right, you suddenly felt sleepy and everything after that's blank. Even so, I didn't kill anyone. I'm not the one going around dressed like Lady Kira. Although it's kind of cool to think there's a mysterious female vigilante out there. Right. Maya, you didn't like accidentally channel Lady Kira, did you? Are you close to Acolytes a lot? We met several times during the meetings about the rite. But I didn't know him very well. He seemed pretty quiet. Didn't you eat together the day before the rite? Yeah, we had this one super stinky dish, but it was actually really good. I wasn't sure I'd like it, but it was love at first bite. Like, you know the salty noodles at Eldoon's Noodles? It's like if you added garlic and herbs to that, and let it simmer for a really long time. Sounds more like a hot pot than ramen to me at that point. Now I miss ramen too. So what was Acolytes a lot like while you were eating? He seemed to be enjoying the food. But as soon as we were done, we left to go pray. And what did you do? Oh, I returned to the temple to prepare for the rite. That coincides with Mrs. Ihmus' description of events. Any idea who might be pretending to be Lady Kira? When the rite started, it was just me and Abbot Ihmus. But the seance vision showed a third figure who looked like Lady Kira. I know. Lady Kira. Wish I could have seen her in the flesh. Yeah. Stay focused on the case, shall we? It was supposed to be impossible for a third party to enter the inner sanctum. But what if she came from the sky? You know, like that bushy bearded paratrooper. That mountain would have been no match for Lady Kira's wings. That's from the Plume Punisher TV show, right? How do you know? Because the real Lady Kira doesn't have wings. Oh, I've got it this time. There must be a secret room with a secret door at the inner sanctum. Do you know there are 88 secret Plume Punisher bases here in Khura'in? Can we please stop talking about the Plume Punisher show for a sec, Maya? I guess so. Keeping it real is much harder than it looks. No, I should get going. Sorry, wasn't any help. Don't worry, I've got this. We'll beat the charges tomorrow and be on the first plane back home before you know it. Then we'll go grab dinner at Eldoon's, or your favorite burger joint. You pick. Sounds good. I think I'll get the extra large hamburger steak topping on my salty bowl. Best of both worlds. You can have whatever you like. But first I have to beat the charges. Oh, I almost forgot. What is it? The favor to ask. Okay. Why are we whispering? I forgot I left something at the High Priest's house. Super important. What am I getting and holding on to it for me? What is it? Is it her bag? My bag, you'll find a folding book. Only given to the priestess who performs the rite. It's called the Tome of Secrets. That does sound important. How could you leave something like that just lying around? Explains a little whispering. Rafa found out all heck would break loose. Look, it's got Lady Kira's real name written in it, so... Oops. Don't tell anyone I told you that. In fact, just forget I said anything else. It's supposed to be a secret. The Tome of Secrets contains secrets. Imagine that. What are you two whispering about? Nothing. It's just she forgot something, so I told her I'd go get it. You are up to something. I just know it. Thanks, Nick. Counting on you. Okay. Hello? Anybody home? No answer. Mrs. Ihmus is probably out right now. Well, I'll just get what I came for. I am watching you like a warbad, barbed head. You better not steal anything. Never do something like that. Just here to get what Maya asked for. Then get on with it. If you'd stopped interrupting me. Here's Maya's bag. What is that strange patch on her back? It's the Steel Samurai. He's the hero of an action hero show back in my country. Actually, Maya's favorite show. Got all sorts of merchandise related to it. I see. It looks strikingly similar to the Plume Punisher. They are similar, but the Steel Samurai definitely came first. I see. How interesting. Rafa seems genuinely intrigued. Must be a common thread between Plume Punisher and Steel Samurai fans. Come to think of it, didn't Maya mention something about trading with a Plume Punisher fan? I digress. I better find what she asked me to look for and get going. This must be that Tome of Secrets that Maya was talking about. Well, Barbed Head, are you finished now? The priestess acting as Lady Kira's representative must know her name. That name is Imsam. Speaking this name is unforgivable. Lock this knowledge deep in your heart and devote yourself to prayer. Okay. Hold on a sec. The string around it is getting undone. Whoops. Oh. Ugh, you fool! Do not lay eyes upon it. Put it away, quickly, before we go blind. Relax, my hand just slipped. This is the Tome of Secrets. Are you trying to get us cursed? Lady Kira is liable to swoop down and gouge our eyes out. Right. This book is related to Lady Kira, isn't it? Your benevolence, would you mind if I ask you some questions? This is not something I would normally speak about to an outsider such as you. Well, can't you make an exception? You insist. Nana? What is this folding book? Yes, I see. This very important tome is bestowed upon the priestess in the purification rite. Very important. What's written inside? Yes, I see. Really? It's all right to reveal that. Your benevolence? The book contains Lady Kira's true name. Her true name? Is the name really that important of a secret? To a Khura'in's priestess, a person's name is one of the most important things to know. Why? Does the letter channel them? What's so important about a name? Without a name, a priestess's voice will fail to reach a person's mitama. It is much like trying to send a letter without the recipient's address. A spirit can only be identified once you know the deceased's face and name. Oh, I get it. It's like when you see someone in a crowd you recognize, but you don't know their name. Makes it impossible to get their attention. Indeed, you must know a spirit's face and true name before you can commune with it. It is the same for Khura'in's most secret art, one that my mother alone may use. The Queen has a secret art? The one that Maya can do? It is something a foreigner such as you could never hope to guess. Incarnation and spirit channeling is a secret art that can only be performed by the Queen. I should pretend this is all new to me. So I get the feeling she secretly really wants to tell me all about it. Could you tell me about the secret art of the Queen you spoke of? Come again? Oh, sorry. Maybe we shouldn't talk about this. It is a secret after all, right? It is the secret art of spirit channeling. But I suppose those words are meaningless to you. I'm just surprised how willing you are to tell me about it. A third-rate lord cannot channel spirits simply by learning the technique. Third-rate's a bit harsh. Let's settle for a second. What is it? You have the look of a tentacled hag frog upon your face. Yeah, that is my thought exactly. Spirit channeling. That's where a medium lets a spirit possess her body to return to our world, right? Well now. So you've done your homework? Well, I guess I studied a bit. With the power of spirit channeling, one can bring back even the most ancient of spirits. It's quite a magnificent power, is it not? I've never seen her eyes light up like this before. Imagine they're pretty shocked when they come back from ancient times. Indeed. Spirit's memory is cut off at the moment of death. So even a spirit that's brought back after centuries doesn't sense any gap in time between the moments of death and the moment it's channeled? Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all the memories it had in life. Thus, even heroes and scholars of antiquity can be channeled and directly learn from. Our queens have also used this power to help the rulers of neighboring lands seek counsel. That is why we have never been invaded, and that we have maintained our unique culture. So spirit channeling is a really effective tool for international politics. It is indeed. And that is why only those with the power to channel spirits may rule our kingdom. But of late, there has been an endless influx of illegal immigrants from neighboring lands. The fools come seeking the same great power as my mother. Illegal immigrants? Yes, it's been quite a problem. Some have lost their way in life, looked to Khura'ism for their salvation. Among them are also those of dubious nature who have been driven from their own lands. Dubious nature? Driven from their own lands. Gasping in pain definitely fits that bill. But they sure weren't treating him like an illegal alien. Can you channel spirits, your benevolence? I am but the royal priestess. There is still much that I must learn. As of now, the divination seance takes me to the very limit of my ability, so her spiritual power doesn't measure up to Maya's. You were just mocking me in your mind, weren't you? Don't be ridiculous. It's written all over your face, you impudent nincompoop. The divination seance was once one of the most important roles fulfilled by the queen. It was my mother taught me when I was little. So the queen can perform the dance of devotion. That'd be a sight to see. Someday I will be a powerful priestess and queen, just like my mother. The divination seance is a vital part of my training preparing for that day. Forgive me my ignorance, your benevolence. You shall see. It will not be long before I too master the secret art of spirit channeling. The magnificent queen who unites her people for the greater good of Khura'in. Now I see. Spirit channeling is something she really aspires to. Oh, you're going to be so mad when it gets revealed that Maya can do this. I wonder if that's going to be like part of proving her innocent or something. Alright. Is Believe going to come home now? Are you quite through now? There are more important things to do than to stand here and talk about spirit channeling. That's true. Doesn't have anything to do with this case as far as I can tell. Or does it? If the queen is a spirit medium, are you about to suggest that my mother was channeling Lady Kira? I guess she saw that one coming. Lawyers are indeed a witless breed. On the day of the rite, my mother was engaged in other duties at the palace. Of course. My mother is a very busy woman, and the idea itself is preposterous. Do you truly believe the Queen of Khura'in would personally battle the insurgents? This is precisely what makes you third-rate. Yeah, but didn't you say that Lady Kira was the sister of the first queen? Another dead end. Anyway, I need to continue looking for leads, so... Over there, after him. Don't let him escape. What's that racket? What? The escaped prisoner has surfaced here in town. Escaped prisoner. You mean that guy with the bushy beard? There's no reason to panic. The police are on his trail. He's no longer a suspect, but he might know something considering he was at the scene of the crime. Let's go take a look. Wait. No. Back. How badly I've injured it. Do some stretching exercise when I get back home. Mr. Wright! Hey, Albie. That's, of all. You seen him? You alright, sir? 1 second. Whew. Have you seen that escaped prisoner around here? Oh, so that's why all those police came rushing over here. Heard them saying something about an escaped prisoner disappearing in this area. He disappeared in this area? He couldn't have taken to the air again, could he? Bobhead? I told you to wait. It's too dangerous for you around here, your benevolence. Mr. Arbal could be lurking nearby. What sort of a princess would I be if all I took was an escaped prisoner to frighten me? She's fearless, I'll give her that. I can't be responsible if something happens to you. As long as I'm here, though, might as well search the area myself. Huh. If I were an escaped prisoner, where would I hide? Well, he paraglides and shit, right? So, is he, like, up here or something? Or is he underneath the bolt? Top of those stairs is my home away from home. Just looking at this, my backache. Oh, didn't realize we were up there. Alright. Oh, potatoes. Look at all these vegetables. Let's see. There's Ging Kong, Kangaroo, and Zabas. They're all freshly picked this morning. Never heard of any of them. Go buy some, see what they taste like. You want some too, Albie? My treat. Really? Thank you, sir. Pick some of this and this too. Albie, that's quite a lot you've got there already, don't you think? They're barely enough for a side dish. They brought enough money. This is a really popular bun shop here in Khura'in. Oh, they sell Magatama Man. One mug, 15 dollars. Wait a sec, Albie, weren't you selling them for 20? The extra $5 is a service fee. Quite the shrewd businessman. It's a poster. Looks like some kind of Khura'in superhero. Why do all superheroes look the same regardless of where they come from? Oh, you know, just put your underwear on the outside and run around for a bit. It's a yak. Okay. Interesting. Kind of cute up close. They're also prized for the meat. You know, the meat you enjoyed so much last night. Oh. Partner must mean something else here. Allow me to explain. This bird, known as a warbod, it's only found here in Khura'in. Right, the bird Lady Kira based herself on. It's a really beautiful bird. Tourists must love it. They usually do. One thing about it that's kind of hit or miss. Its unusual cry drives children to tears. It makes some adults collapse in fear. Maybe they should keep such a fearsome creature in a less crowded area. Can't read the sign, but this looks like a souvenir shop. But I don't have time to do shopping right now. Okay. So we have yet to find anything that points to, like, well, anything. Why? Okay, there we go. That manhole cover. It's open. Oh, the manhole cover. Whoa. What is it, Shakdu? Do you sniff out someone or something in the manhole? Because you do track Mr. Allball if he had something with the rebel scent on it. I don't know. I feel like he got something with Mr. Allball scent on it. Something he might have touched. This. Here, Shadu. How about this? Works. I think he's picked up a scent. Mind if I borrow Shadu for a bit? By all means. I had no idea you could do this. Go get him, boy! Your benevolence. I'm heading down the manhole now. Could be dangerous, so please wait here. Wait! Don't worry, I won't commit any of those misdeeds you're so worried about. That's not what I fear. There may be a vicious insurgent looking down there. Oh, are you worried about me? No, I was simply wondering why you would go to such lengths in your investigation. After all, if you would simply withdraw from this case, they might commute your sentence. Doing this to prove Maya innocent. But how can you be so sure of the accused's innocence? She should have been found guilty. Yeah, by a kangaroo court. I believe in her. If she says she's innocent, then that means she's innocent. Lawyers must trust in their clients to the bitter end. That's just what we do. You lame brain. Do what you will. Well, I'm going in. Let's go, Shadu. Blue Skadoo, weekend too. Bam. Wait, come back here. It's pitch black down here. Can't see a thing. Ow. Ow. Wait, did I just get captured by insurgents? Uh-oh. What happened? Went down into the manhole and then... Oh, look, he's eating lizards. Oh, you finally came to? Ugh. I'm gonna face anyway. And that dragon symbol on his armband. It's the mark of the rebels. Made a mistake. It's him. That's our ball. Yikes. Sorry, got a little rough with you back there. Thought you were the cops. Why you making that face? You want an apple? Ugh. I'll pass on the apple, but thanks. Don't mind a good apple, but not right now. What is this place? This is the office of my brother in arms, Dirk. Right now, we're using it as a rebel safe house. Ooh, wait, back up a sec. What kind of office is this exactly? A law office. What else? Oh, really? Dirk used to be a lawyer? Yep, just like you. Look at me, you were once an ex-lawyer. Didn't see that one coming. I did. I don't suppose they'll be coming around here anymore. You won't. You plan to flee or something? It's just, I want to get out of the rebel business. Tired of being hounded by the cops and all that. So I came by today, picked up the last of my stuff. Really? Gonna sell Dirk's info to the Minister of Justice, then slip out of Khura'in. Wait a sec. You're a key person of interest in this case. You can't go running off like that. Relax, will you? Tell you whatever you need to know. Oh, I'm sorry about punching your lights out back there. My bad. So, Mr. Lawyer Man, what do you want to know? Familiar with the merge of the High Priest and trust in me. His acolyte prays a lot. Sure, I'll tell you whatever I can. Don't know if I have much help, though. I mean, I'm not a rebel anymore, so... Wonder how true that really is. I hate this place. There's disgusting spiders in here. Tell me everything you know about the High Priest's murder. Well, as you know, I don't remember much about that. I banged my head on a rock as soon as I parachuted into the inner sanctum. So when I told you I had nothing to do with the murder, I meant it. Okay then, where were you when you came into after you banging your head? By the time I came to, it was already dawn. Must have been out cold the whole time. So you didn't see the crime happen at all? You got that right. And why did you say you did when you testified? Oh, about that. Since I didn't remember a thing, I was afraid that seemed suspicious, so I came up with that whole story. Seem to realize how much trouble this big fat lie has caused me? Sorry for the trouble. Definitely my bad. Doesn't seem very sorry to me. So the bottom line is you were at the scene of the crime, but weren't involved in it. Got it. So Dirk used to be a lawyer. Yep, he was a force to be reckoned with back when he was still practicing. He was a juggernaut of the law, as mighty as a dragon. He could strike terror into a prosecutor's heart just by glaring at him. People called it his dragon's glare. He even got criminals confessed and passed out with a well-placed glare. Gotta be kidding me. Most important of all, he would never surrender. He'd fight for the accused no matter how the odds were stacked against him. Is that what you meant by the will of the dragon? Yep, that'll be it. Actually, your work in court yesterday was mighty impressive too. You didn't give up, no matter how hard of a beating you took. Not unlike Dirk, I might add. Thanks. Even a big part of that beating I took was because of you. What is this? Is this a law book? Dragon's mark's been bred into the cover. That's Dirk's law book. Really? The leader of the rebels? That Dirk? That's right, and that mark of the dragon's the emblem of the rebellion. Huh, pages in this one section are really dirty. Must be the section on the Defense Culpability Act. Interesting. You must have done a ton of research on the Defense Culpability Act. Probably wore out the entire section. Okay. You want to tell me why you're plotting to kill the queen here? Guess the rebels really hate her. Gotta remember to stay on the good side. Oh look, they've got the sorrow flowers. Incense and white flowers. Flowers are so fresh. Put it here today or yesterday. Did you put these here, Mr. Arball? Something wrong with flowers? Oh no. It's just a traditional thing here in Khura'in. Pay no mind. Sure. What are these hanging here? Lizards? So they're pretty big. Those are sewer lizards. Call them that because they live in the sewer. They go bigger than your average lizard, way to make some fine eating. Wait, you eat these? What else would you do with them? Here, try one. Pass. I'll definitely pass. I'm missing out on a fine treat, my man. Oh, I think I'll live without it. I was trying to click on this, not the lizards. Looks like a photo of Dirk and his compatriots. Here's one that looks really old. Oh. How the heck? Okay, well, there's Uti, right? And Apollo somehow. Those are Dirk's sons. What do you mean, Dirk's sons? What do you mean, Dirk's sons? Really? So this is the row with Dirk in the center? He doesn't look so evil. And both of his sons look kind of familiar. The one left is Uti. Oh, but you know him as Prosecutor Samadi. Prosecutor Samadi is Dirk's son? That he is. He was once a rebel too. He used to really respect his old man, both as a father and as a lawyer. Then why did he become a prosecutor? Being a lawyer in this country is the same as signing your own death warrant. On account of the Defense Culpability Act, right? Yeah, that's why you decided to be a prosecutor instead. You wanted to spark a revolution from the inside, so he dove right into the enemy's den. But I never guessed it looking at him now. Say that again. Dirk is bound to change Khura'in's legal system. Will of the Dragon spurs him on. We all thought Uti was taking the mantle to carry on that will too. We were sure he'd help overthrow Khura'in one day, but as you see, he now uses the law to do her bidding. Dirk's been beside himself. So he no longer carries the will of the dragon in him, huh? I wonder what happened between father and son for it to come to this. What was the other child in the photo? That's Dirk's adopted son, but he's gone back overseas. Name's Apollo. Apollo? Wait a second, that bracelet. Really is Apollo. He was a rascal, that one. His voice could shake the entire room. Imagine you out there raising high hell somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure he's doing just fine. See how far he's from. Mr. Harbaugh's description really doesn't do Apollo justice. Can't get it, Apollo justice. Apollo, I'm watching you grow over these past 2 years. But I know you're ready. But I know I can leave truth in the office to you. Believe in you, Apollo. Thank you. I'll be fine. Everything will be fine. He's a responsible young man. I lost that loud voice, though. Oh, wait. Oh, there's a ladder. Hold on. That's good electricity? Yeah, but the power goes out occasionally. Pretty convenient. You're telling me. Sometimes it goes out for an entire day. What about the stuff in the refrigerator? Why don't you see for yourself? Forget I asked. Step ladder. There's a ladder leading underground. This have brought me in through there. There's no reason for me to leave yet. Let's see what else Mr. Arbaugh has to say. Is that coat yours, Mr. Arbaugh? Nah, it belongs to the rebel leader Dirk. Pretty impressive. Like the color, too. Want to try it on? Really? You sure it's okay? Of course! That'll look great on you. Oh, don't mind if I do. Ugh, it smells all moldy. I can't believe you fell for it. Thing's been hanging there forever. Note to self, don't trust this guy ever again. Been hanging there forever, huh? Interesting. What's the sign of the dragon on it? Some kind of a sign? Yep, that was his business sign back when this was Dirk's office. Used to be a lawyer, right? That he was, but it was a really long time ago. This has seen better days, that's for sure. Well, I hope he can put his sign back up someday. Won't hold my breath. Okay. This a parting gift for me leaving the rebels? No, you can't keep it. Oh, come on. Okay, what about this one? Really? Nothing? Well, something's got to spur something on. Does he really not respond to, like, anything? This is utterly bizarre. He doesn't respond to anything. Well, this one. No? He has nothing else to say. Bowls and platters of food here. They're still warm, as if this was all recently prepared. You must have a pretty big appetite, Mr. Oh, guys as big as strong as me. Got even bigger appetites, you know? But you just fled from the police. I don't know how you could eat this much after all that excitement. Sorry if I offended you. First, let's start with appetizers. Want to join me, Mr. Lawman? Got plenty of sewer lizards, too. Thanks, but I already ate. Well, I gotta start packing. Who knows when they might catch up with me if I don't scream soon. Wait, I still need to ask you something. Go ahead, shoot. What are you rebels trying to do? And why were you at the inner sanctum in the first place? What were you trying to do there? Trying to escape from prison, that's all. That high priest was a fool for getting taken in by Dirk. He should have tried hightailing out of Khura'in like I'm doing. Okay. Cyclox. Get the good music playing. Mr. Eyeball is hiding something. Okay. What exactly are you trying to hide, Mr. Eyeball? You're not hiding anything, no way, no how.
Take that!
Can I ask you again? Why were you at the inner sanctum on the day of the murder? More precisely, what were you trying to do there? You can keep asking, but the answer's still the same. Trying to escape from prison, that's all. That high priest was a fool. Fell for Dirk's line and sold his whole country out. How can you say some things about him? He helped you escape, didn't he? Didn't you even care about what happened to him? Nope. I'll get out of the rebellion anyway. Should have opened his eyes. Never stood a chance against the great regime. Hang on, do you really believe what you're saying? Didn't the high priest's death really hurt you on the inside? Like I just said, I couldn't care less about the whole thing. I beg to differ. This wouldn't be here in this room if you didn't feel a thing. Oh wait, these.
Take that!
Heard these flowers are offered in memory of the dead here in Khura'in. The high priest's death hit you hard, so you've been grieving here alone, haven't you? Well, hee-ho! Those flowers don't mean anything. Just a Khura'in's way of saying goodbye. Why hide the fact that you're mourning his death? You're reading this too much, I told you, I'm done with the rebellion. I haven't heard from Dirk or the rest of them for a few days. And tomorrow I'm planning to kiss this scheming goodbye. No, I know you've been in contact with the other rebels lately. How exactly do you plan on proving that? This piece of evidence ties you to the other rebels. This.
Take that!
I found this prayer flag at the Plaza of Devotion. You wrote a message on it and left it behind for your fellow rebels, didn't you? Cool. They brought this food for you at your request. So you're lying about leaving the rebels. You're still involved with Dirk and the rest of them, aren't you? Whoa. Are you ready to tell the truth now? Oh, you're good, Mr. Lawman. I admit it. I requested the grub. But I was just taking advantage of them, that's all. What do you mean? My face plastered all over the place. I couldn't stay out in the open anymore. So I just took advantage of my former comrades for some grub and a place to hide. I was going to kiss this kingdom goodbye tomorrow. I'm not buying it. You're obviously lying. Tell by just looking at you. The white hot flames of revolution definitely still burn on inside of you. Well, that's ridiculous. Those flames burned out a long time ago. This proves that the flames of revolution still burn on inside you. Dude, I don't know. Are we saying this? That like he has this law book or something? Is that what we're saying? Dirk's law book? I don't know, Loris. What's that got to do with me? Look at the mark branded onto the cover. This mark that stands for an unwavering commitment to the revolution. It's Dirk's way of representing the will of the dragon. Yeah? Somewhat of it. You have that same mark on the scarf tied around your left arm. But you wouldn't be wearing that if you were no longer a rebel. Yeah, I forgot to take it off, that's all. No, as a wanted man, that should have been the first thing you took off. The fact that you haven't hidden that mark yet proves you're still a rebel. Hoo-ah! Think what you want, but you don't know nothing about me. No, you're wrong. You wear your heart and your beliefs right on your sleeve, just like me. And this is what I believe in. Wait, am I about to present my attorney badge?
Take that!
I think it is. Wow, look, the attorney badge finally being useful. When a person's back is against a wall, they always fall back on what they believe in. Just as I always have my badge, you always have the will of the dragon with you. And would you risk your life for your beliefs? No, I wouldn't. No. No, because I wouldn't be much use to my clients dead. Admit it. You've never once thought about leaving the Defiant Dragons, have you? That look in your eyes, it's just like Dirk's. Just like you got the Willow Dragon inside of you, too. Are we going to become a rebel? I had planned to take you out if you turned out to be on the side of the Royals. I think I could trust you. I can't believe I was that close to getting shanked here. It's like you said, no intention of leaving Dirk's group. In other words, you were testing. You're a foreigner, and a lawyer's been charged with abetting a criminal to boot. And I've seen a fair share of lawyers get pardoned after weeping at the feet of the Queen. Well, I'm going to keep fighting till the end. Yeah, I can see that now. I ever doubted you. So what are you doing here anyway? Came to get the secret hideout key from the helper. The secret hideout? Yep. I was supposed to get my next order from Dirk there. But the town's swarming with cops thanks to that murder. Nothing I can do about that. What about the order Dirk was supposed to give you? I'm gonna have to abort that mission. Now I'm just lying low, waiting for a chance to make contact with Dirk again. Hey, why the long face? I thought you'd be able to tell me something about the High Priest's murder. Sorry to disappoint you. I don't know. I'll make it up to you with this. What is it? This orb is actually a key. Opens the door to one of our secret hideouts. Can't say any more than that. And I hope it helps. This orb is a key. Yep, plus the hideout's in a totally unexpected location. And being that it's super secret, couldn't have just any ordinary key. Let's see. Okay. Seems like a bad thing to have on you, just saying. Maybe this will help me unravel the truth behind this case. Thanks. Don't mention it. Besides, you're a fellow brother in arms finding the powers that be. If it would help you, feel free to pick my brain a bit more. Oh, I've been talking about the return of Lady Kira lately. My friend Maya suspected of being the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. You wouldn't happen to know who she really is, though, would you? Face me. Whoever she is, she bushwhacked me and hauled me off to jail. Even worse, on top of attacking us and delivering us to the cops. And watching us like a hawk and framing us for different crimes. Watching you like a hawk? Framing you for crimes? I would anyone go to all that trouble? Our kingdom likes to pretend that people are free to think what they want. Because of that, the authorities can't arrest you just for sympathizing with the rebellion. They resort to framing people for things they didn't do. And that Lady Kira figure is, yeah, just some lick spittle working for the Khura'in regime. Wow. You know, without the DC Act, Dirk and his insurgent scum buddies' days are numbered. What's that supposed to mean?
Let's just say I got a little trick up my sleeve. I'd watch if I were you, because you got a defiant attitude, like one of them dragon dupes.
So he was talking about Lady Kira. Advanced combat skills, detailed surveillance, and clever setups? She's no amateur if you ask me. So you're saying the monarchy is using Lady Kira to secretly take out the rebels? Exactly. The Khura'in regime is using her to control the power, the people, even down to what we think. One of the people protest that the monarchy is doing things like that. Unfortunately, we don't have any conclusive evidence. Without that, we can't prove anything. If I bring this up in court, they'd probably dismiss it out of hand. To unmask Lady Kira if I want to get anyone. Our goal? Get rid of that evil, no good Defense Culpability Act. I can tell just by looking at Dirk's law book. The DC Act has turned the kingdom into a corrupt cesspool. The false charges overlooked and prosecutors are the only ones heard in court. 23 years since it was first enacted. What happened 23 years ago to make them pass such a terrible law? The assassination of Queen Amara. That's where it all began. Queen Amara, the previous queen, was assassinated. It was the rebel leader Dirk who did it. Yeah, I somehow doubt that. I bet you it was probably the current king. That's the official line, but the official line? Those charges were completely trumped up. Dirk was framed, I tell you. He was. Plus, Dirk was a lawyer. Once the people thought a lawyer had killed the queen, they turned against all lawyers. That's how the DC Act was first passed. So that's why there aren't any lawyers left in Korea. And worse, changed the significance of the divination seance. The significance? They were holding seances in court even before the DC Act? You bet they were. Lawyers and prosecutors used to hotly contest the insights that came out of seances. You mean like what I've been doing? Right. It's like Dirk used to say. The royal priestess insights are just another piece of evidence. Right. See what you mean about the significance of the divination seance, champion. Yeah. The insights became the only truth, and arguing against them was banned. Yeah. From what I've seen, Rafa would agree with that. This king was a shadow of his former self. Give him a dictatorship where the royals use the fear of trumped-up charges to rule. And that's what Dirk's been rebelling against. Yep, all we want is to live in a kingdom with a fair and impartial legal system. There's only one way to make that come true. Overthrow the current regime. So that's the truth behind the levels. Well, PW, my friend, it's about time for me to get going. After all, I am the fangs of the divine dragons. That's our ball. Is it that's our bell? That's our bell? Oh, that's a rebel. Wow. That's a rebel. Oh my God, these fucking names. That's a rebel. You're not going to do that alley-oop thing again, are you? I was just getting that. See you when I see ya. Oop. Alley-oop. Why does he have to jump like that before running off? Guess we're friends now. Enough about that. I already spent way too much time here. Well, that was interesting. Yeah, finally got out of there. Mr. Wright, so glad you're okay. So I'm worried about you. Should do. What happened to him anyway? I came in the manhole about 5 minutes after you went in. Sorry it wasn't much help. Well, did you find anything of worth? Oh, tripped and fell down there. Must have been out cold for a while. Better keep things to myself for now. I figured as much. To find that secret hideout Mr. Robert was talking about. Should probably start with places that have something to do with the High Priest. We should probably ditch Rafa if we're going to go to a rebel hideout. Just saying. That's a rebel. Jeez. It took me way too long to notice that one, though. Wait. Are you talking? No. Just the nonsense. I would bet you that it's probably the Inner Sanctum. Bobhead, you already searched here, did you not? Just thought I'd look around again, you know, in case I missed something. Probably shouldn't tell her I'm looking for the secret rebel hideout. You have a saying back home, leave no stone unturned. Oh, yes. You cannot stump me, I know that one. Actually, I don't have the clues written all over your face. Oh, wait, the eyeball. His eye's missing. What are you doing? You must not touch that for no reason. Sorry. But that shape. I wonder.
Take that!
Okay, but we really shouldn't be doing this with Rafa next to us. I knew it. What? She must be at a loss for words. That doesn't happen too often. What is this place? Explain yourself at once, Bobdad. I don't think she's ready for the full story. I don't really know myself, but it seems to be a secret rebel hideout. I'm shocked there's a secret door here. I imagine that goes double for Rafa. Rebel hideout in the inner sanctum? Somebody will pay for this! Well, for now, I think I'll have a look around. What? I must not enter before the police. Don't worry, I won't disturb anything. At least I'll try not to. Besides, when you watch over me, it should be fine, right? And, see... Fine. Just please stop pleading your case. Only stand so much lawyerly drivel. But I will be presenting all information gleaned from your efforts here to the police. Of course. Shall we? We'll go no further. Oh, right. You're not supposed to come in contact with the Tainted Lady Kira's battles. Very good, Bobhead. I commend you for remembering. Thanks, I think. May not be able to enter, but I will allow no misdeeds on your part. I'll be watching you like a warbat from the entrance here. I told you I'm not going to do anything. Better hurry before she changes her mind. Okay, I guess we move into it. I'm honestly, I'm kind of looking for Steel Samurai stuff. Looking for like a connection. I believe this to be a sacred space that enshrines the source of the spring water. That makes sense. The rebels must have converted into a secret hideout. Oh, so someone was murdered inside the rebel hideout. And that's why the water is red. Okay. Wonder that too was originally intended to hide and protect this sacred space. To think those filthy rebels were scheming their schemes in this most sacred space. The desecration of Khura'in itself. The defiant dragon shall pay for this. I suppose it's only natural that she'd be upset, but the investigation must go on. I think I'll stop and take a picture of the place. Stop that. You must not take photos here without permission. Rafa's really fired up. Sticking her head in as far as it will go. Guess she won't be tainted as long as she doesn't touch anything. Okay. Yeah. Shut up. Shut up and let me search. Oh, music got intense. Alright, well this is clearly the first thing we should see. Large stone slab, like a magatama. Looks unstable. I bet it tip over in an earthquake. What's that earthy grass-like smell? It's the smell of the moss that covers the stone. Oh, so the shaggy green stuff is moss. Looks like some of the moss about halfway up has been disturbed. Wonder why that is. One quick touch don't hurt, right? Ugh, the slab started to wobble. What's happening? What have you done to the sacred space? Nothing. All I did was nudge it a little. I knew it looked unstable. I guess not to touch it again. We're really gonna ignore the handprints, huh? Okay, there's a Plume Punisher calendar here. The villains of the Plume Punisher are based on the insurgents. Watching the show must have roused their ire against Lady Kira. I doubt that's it. Statue door rotates when you pull this chain. See, you must shut the door and destroy its mechanism. That would deprive the insurgents of access to this place. But wouldn't that trap me in here? Not to worry, I'll come down to visit you once a year. Actually serious. The clock broken by chance? What is it, Barbara? Plume Punisher clock. Well, I believe it's a limited edition promotion item given to 50 lucky viewers. Where item plays the Plume Punisher theme song every hour. Head over now, Bobhead. She snatched it away from me. Or she says Rafe is definitely a huge fan. What a fine item. This switch, if I'm right. Plume Punisher theme song. Oh yeah, I do hear the similarity to the Steel Samurai now, but still, it is very different. I don't see how it's relevant to the case. Alright. Well, here's some arrows. Are these like 3-pronged perhaps? Some weapons. We're lucky to have found them before they could be used. Excellent work, Bobhead. Thanks. The bugging never happens. I hope it's bloodless. I don't. Looks like an order from Dirk. What's this? Let me see that. You're not supposed to touch anything. This is an exception. Now hand it over. Let's see here. Holy mother! What does it say? It's an order intended for that rebel named Dots. It reads, after the rite, infiltrate the palace under the guise of returning Lady Kira's costume, and search for clues about that incident from 23 years ago. Dirk. 23 years ago? Must mean the assassination of Queen Amara. Wonder what the rebels are up to. It's intriguing and all, but it doesn't seem related to the case at hand. This will not do. I must warn my mother at once. No need to do that. This order will never be carried out. Lady Kira's costume is still here, and Abbot Amy is no longer able to aid the rebels. I knew that. So this is the water source that supplies the Sanctum Spring. Flows to the channel built into the floor before heading outside. Lady Kira uses the sacred water to wash the taint of battle from her body. It's also not red like the water in the spring. Yeah, that's kind of the confusing part, I think. How dare those filthy insurgents raise their banner amid such a sacred space? Bobhead, you must burn it at once! Didn't you tell me not to touch or damage anything? It's an exception. Well, if you will not do it, then I will. But your benevolence, I thought you're not supposed to come in here. For once, the strange custom of the scheme are working in my favor. Something under the banner. A microphone? What's this doing here? Was someone trying to record something with it? Wait, how do I see the microphone? Wait, can I look around? No, we can't move around at all. Oh, wait, whoa, blood. Bloodstain. Should probably try to figure out what happened in here. Not tamper with evidence before the police arrived. The police? Hey, that reminds me. Emma gave me something just for time space. Okay, thank you. The luminol. Luminol testing of fluid glows in reaction to even the tiniest traces of blood. So you can detect the areas where blood has been wiped out. Time for science. Alright, well, obviously the hands, right? None. None. Oh, this is confusing. Not really a lot going on here as far as luminol goes. I'm not really following any of this. Nothing? Really? Are there like fingerprints on the weird bone? No? Okay. Shovel? Fuck. No? Okay, like literally nothing is reacting, so what the heck does that mean? Am I just missing things? Like it seems blue anyway. What is going on here? I don't get it. What do they want me to spray here? Someone must have died or something from some of this stuff. I really don't know where they want me to look. Am I just missing the like correct area where we're supposed to be getting stuff? Maybe? Is it like on the ground or something? Am I dumb? Like where is it? It can't be anything here. Right? No one got randomly hung by the chain. I must be missing something. I really don't know where they want me to be looking here. Am I crazy? There's literally nothing here. This one didn't fall over and squish someone or something nonsensical like that. Am I doing this wrong? Shovel? No? No shovel. I don't get it. Anything on their lovely picture portrait thing? No. Any blood prints on those? No. No blood on anything. I'm quite confused, honestly. It felt like it should obviously be these, right? But then there's nothing there. I don't know. Where have I not tried? I don't get it. Like we did it already, right? Like this, like obviously this is here, right? It's not like the oh, what the? That was so tiny and specific, and I definitely sprayed there before. Perhaps the High Priest's blood flowed in the front of the Warbat statue. There's definitely a lot of blood here. But it's impossible to say much else at this point. Let's take a picture for now. Alright, luminal reactions don't show up in photos. Just had to take some notes. That should do it. I didn't notice before, but the bloodstain looks like it was smeared away in one place. Is it because the Warbot's revolving door passed over it? Okay. Well, I think that covers about everything here. Oh, hi, Emma. Mr. Wright, you shouldn't have come in here before the police. Sorry, but I was in a hurry. Didn't do anything I wasn't supposed to. Her benevolence can attest to that. It is your fault for being so slow. Expect the police to work faster and more efficiently. Sorry. Well, Bobhead, have you not already seen enough? Guess it's about time I got back to the temple and go over everything I've learned. Guess we don't get to talk to Emma. Hello. Map again? Welcome to Temple. Welcome back, Mr. Wright. How'd it go? Unfortunately, I didn't find anything conclusive. No way. I do not understand, Bobhead. What don't you understand? Oh, sorry, that was him. Why did you not commit any misdeeds during your investigation? After all, lawyers ply their trade primarily through illicit means and methods. What? Who told you that? My mother. Are you saying she was wrong? Yes, your mother is an awful person, Rafa. No, that cannot be. You must have committed some sort of misdeed right under my nose. If that were so, she wasted her whole day following me around. What is it? Prosecutor Samadi has need of me. What's going on? I must go perform a divination seance for Pure's lot. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins. I see. The third time will be the charm. My insights will finally bring you to your knees tomorrow. And I will teach that neophyte practitioner a lesson. Looks like the royal priestess is back with a vengeance. Made a full recovery from when we started the investigation earlier today. I look forward to seeing you in court, your benevolence. Your overconfidence will be your downfall. Not look so confident when I'm finished with you tomorrow. Actually, I'm not really looking forward to seeing her tomorrow. Especially without any solid evidence. Why don't we go over everything you know so far? Alright. Let's see here. Alkalite Zalat was killed during the rite with Lady Kira's dagger. And Maya's fingerprints are found on it. That doesn't sound very good. I know. It's the very definition of being up a creek without a paddle. The day before his murder, Zalat enjoyed a meal with the high priest, his wife, and Maya. I also learned about spirit channeling here in Khura'in. That sounds very helpful. Oh, but I did hear something interesting. That the rebel hunting Lady Kira might be working for the Justice Minister. What? Really? Our king is supposed to be ruled through faith and laws. We can't allow the people to be controlled by fear and violence. Albeit that sounds like something a rebel might say. It does? But if that Lady Kira really is one administering this ordinance, that would exonerate Miss Maya. Unfortunately, I have no way of proving it in court. Oh, that's too bad. Almost forgot about the secret rebel hideout we found at the Inner Sanctum. There's a bloodstain inside. I don't know if or how it's connected to the case, though. Wow, secret room at the Inner Sanctum? That'd be a huge hit with tourists. It really is an entrepreneur at heart. What I mean is that hideout could be important to your case. Maybe, but it's still too early to tell. Looks like we're heading into court without any useful evidence. We'll just have to pray something appears during tomorrow's trial. Princess Rayfa's divination stance might be my only hope. There could be some new information in it that might help. The divination seance? But I thought it always works against the accused. Not always. Right, like Dirk used to say. Royal Priestess insights are just another piece of evidence. Really? I never heard anyone say that before. Hard to figure you out sometimes, sir. Divination seances work both ways for the Defense Culpability Act. It's only now that the people of Khura'in find it strange. Mr. Wright, I just wanted to say, good luck tomorrow. Thanks. Can't afford to lose this next one. Collected all sorts of information, but I haven't even started connecting the dots. If I could do that, I have a shot at pulling off a win. Rayfa's insights will be the deciding factor. It's a huge gamble, but it's all I've got. Indeed. To be continued. All right. But we're going to stop here for the night. Pretty good. We wrapped up the trial bit. We got a guilty verdict. And did another investigation. And tomorrow, hopefully, we manage to undo that guilty verdict. So we'll see. But yeah, should be a good time. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Hope you all enjoyed the Ace Attorney-ness and the various silly voices that were done tonight. Especially That's a Rebel. These names are so... These names are so silly. They really, really are. But anyway, I'm going to get going. I hope you all have a great weekend. Rest of your day, rest of your night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And I'll catch you later. On Monday, we will either continue the Spirit of Justice or we'll do some Hollow Knight. Well, I don't know which one yet, but we'll do one of those. Should be a good time. But take it easy, and I will catch you next time. Bye for now.